we are now working on the structural drawing of this 4-bedroom mansionette you see over here. Just to give you an overview, this is a 4-bedroom mansionette that is designed on a 50 by 100 plot. So before you do any construction, we usually make sure that we give you such 3D illustrations, so now you are able to see where do we have the molding, where will we have some cladding, how does the back porch look, how does the front porch look, how does even the rooftop look. Some of you guys like rooftops with a lounge. For this case, we'll have a lounge that will have a kitchenette, whereby now people can prepare food up here. One of the other things is about this pergola. So for this architectural drawing to be solid on ground, we need what we call a structural drawing. So far, I've done the placement of the columns. These red things you see here are what we call the columns. Okay, so these red 2 dots, let me call them 2 dots, these are 400 by 200 columns. So the size of these columns will all depend on how your site is. Some of you guys bought sites on black cotton, some of you guys bought sites on maram, and also the depth of that black cotton I'm talking about, it varies from site to site. So for you to start a project like this, na ikaivi kabisa, there is the structural integrity that has to be calculated and illustrated through a structural drawing. So far to place columns, na ukiangalia sasa inaeka axis. These are what we call axis. So there is axis A, axis this is axis B. So I need to copy all that down here, but after I delete those ones, okay? So I'll come select this, that, and I want to enlarge this now, so that now we focus fully on what we are talking about. So I'm going to copy this, that, and that down here. So each and every element is usually pre-calculated. These are measurements. So from one axis to the other. Axis zinatusaidianga sana for reference. For instance, fundi wangu amenipigia wa chuma, ataniuliza kuna chuma fulani hapa, I need some explanation. So hata anza kusema from hapa to hapa ama anza kuni video call, hapana. Anatumia this axis. So atasema between axis B and C, there's a column inataka hii na hii na hii na hii, ama maybe kama kuna kitu haiko clear, tunafanya nini? Tunarekebisha. So guys, planning is very important, and the moment you start with that fundi of your place, you're destined to fail. So make sure umepiga engineer na kuja site collect design data, and as usual I'll be able now to give you building plans. And by building plans na maanisha architectural plan, structural plan. Na structural plan ni ndio hii kitu yenye na jaribu kutengeneza. This is the foundation and column layout. Okay, I'm working on this axis so that now wakati ya referencing na pia wakati ya setting out, there is clear communication of how your house is supposed to be built. So guys, kama uko hapo unataka kujenga, make sure unipigie, nikamsite, nipate design data, and I'll plan for you better and build for you better. See you in the next one.